Ladies and gentlemen, it has been way too long. Welcome back to Clan Geek's review of Dragonball Super episode 114. We missed, I think, 5 weeks straight. 6.
It's been quite a while.
Simply put, we couldn't record 2 weeks in a row, and then we just got lazy. But we're back. We're talking about Dragonball Super episode 114. If you want us to do a run back on the special, we could do that too at some point.
Oh,
but
yeah, definitely.
Long story short, it was sick. As for episode 114, last episode, to just lead us in, Kale and Caulifa were like, yo, more Caulifa was like, yo, Goku, let's go, son. And then Kale was like, I'm going to stay back here and not interrupt this time and annoy everybody.
Yeah.
And then Goku and Caulifa start fighting, Super Saiyan 2, yada yada. Then that basically just goes on for the entire episode. Last episode, it was kind of, it was alright, it was fine, but nothing spectacular.
Nothing spectacular? What about your Super Saiyan 3?
That's right, that did happen. Thank you, Joe, for bringing that up. Goku went Super Saiyan 3 for a total of about 7 seconds. Probably like a half a second in showtime. But it was spectacular. I enjoyed every second of it. I won the bet.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Temporarily.
Well, okay, so as far as bets go, you won the bet.
Super Saiyan 3 happened first.
and then my fusion call happened.
We'll get to it.
In this episode.
But alright, on to this episode though. So after Goku flashed Super Saiyan 3 to the he flashed the whole Super Saiyan 3 out.
It's like, hey, check what I got. Opens up this coat of Super Saiyan 3.
Basically, yeah. After he flashed Super Saiyan 3, Kale and Caulifa were like, yo, I need that. How do I get it? And Goku's like, fight me.
And I will teach.
He's not actually saying he's gonna teach him. He just wants to beat the shit out of some girls, I guess. And yeah, so then that leads us into this episode, which, Joe, tell us about the animation. It's fucking spectacular.
Oh my god. The guy that they've got doing the animation for this episode is an excellent artist. Mwah.
You can tell we're Italian. Yeah, I don't remember the guy's name. I apologize.
Yeah,
sorry. I'm a horrible fan. But he does great work. All of the best episodes in Super were done by this same man, and it shows. Dude, Goku himself, like, I can make a fucking screenshot from this episode of my wallpaper or something. It's that good. It's like a concept art, like fucking fantastic.
Like, honestly, it was too much detail. If that can even.
No. It was perfect. Never say that. It was basically like, I want every episode to look like this, which I know cannot happen.
Well,
but
I mean, if they do the Blu-ray release, they might go back like they did. They're
gonna touch it up a little bit. They're gonna touch it up a little bit, but it's not gonna. It's different artists.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on though. So as far animation, absolutely incredible, and it made the whole episode way better because this could have just been a standard fight, kind of like how last episode was, aside from the Super Saiyan 3 Flash. That was great. But it wasn't. They brought out some really cool choreography. Like in the Goku brought out some new moves. It was some good team attacks. Like everything came together in a really cool way, and it made the episode way better than it would have been if it was just kind of a standard fight of Goku just fighting Kale and Caulifa, like it could have been. More surprisingly, though, Kale didn't Broly out as much as I expected. Like she kind of Brolyed for 10 seconds, and was like, she flashed into her like little girl persona again, but still had the Broly body. It was fucking weird.
Like, obviously, like, the whole Broly thing is done with at this point with her.
The whole form is a clusterfuck, though. I don't know what to call it. I'm not going to worry about it until she's in a video game and it has a name.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't mind the new controlled Berserk form. That's what we're going to call it for now until it has a name. The controlled Berserk. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's green. It's basically just Super Saiyan green. That's another name for it.
I mean, but it's like a shiny yellower
Super Saiyan
color.
Super Saiyan highlighter color.
I could live with that.
Super
Saiyan highlight.
Super Saiyan highlight, sure. Super Saiyan highlights. But yeah, I don't mind the new version of it because it basically, I guess Broly's a pain in the ass to animate, so they want to tone her down a bit. And but yeah, so then we get into the real fight where Goku. I almost called you Goku. I did call you Goku.
Hi.
Goku, please explain what happened in this fight.
So he's continuing to like basically, fight, and the vibe I'm getting is that he's kind of training them, but he's
playing around.
He's having fun here.
Tired Goku, who should not be able to fucking move, is having fun in Super Saiyan 2.
Well, the fact that he's tired explains why they're able to get the upper hand here.
Yeah, sure. But
yeah, so you could see it. He's having fun. He's totally impressed by Kale specifically.
She's a beast.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and they're just having an amazing fight.
Yeah, honestly, it was just one of the best fights in Dragon Ball, which is like, but it's like for no reason. It's not like the main fight of the. It's not like you're fighting Jiren, like, you know. The thing that bugs me is like, I think this should have been the next episode that had the crazy animation, had the really good animation.
It would have been nicer if they would have saved the.
I'm sure next episode will look great, but I don't think it's gonna look like that.
No way.
But because, Joe, flash that picture of Super Saiyan 2 Goku on the screen. He has never looked fucking better. Like, dude. Oh my god, I can't get over how good the episode looked.
Yo, specifically the one shot that comes to mind is where he sends out the spirit balls, right? The Yamcha move, and he's just
Spirit
controlling them. And as he's controlling them, he's just like gently and just majestically moving his hand around as he's controlling the orbs. It's just so well animated.
It's so strange to see Goku move like that. For
exactly. I've never seen Goku just move so majestically, and yet he does it so beautifully that it's like
with that fucking
wow.
shit-eating smile on his face too.
Exactly,
like he's like,
right?
I'm gonna get you.
But like, it's like I don't even think like he's intending to get them with it. But it's just like if you can move as faster than I'm controlling this thing, you might become Super Saiyan 3.
Now to point out one thing, Kale blocks it, launches it up. She basically survives it, no problem.
Yeah, proves that she is powerful.
Kefla gets smacked.
Yeah.
She is taken out by that move. She's on the ground after that move.
Yeah, it pretty much calls in for the end of her fighting career as far as this tournament goes.
Sure. But then Kale's all like, oh, Kefla, no, what have you done?
My sister.
What have you done to my Bulma? And and then Kefla's like, all right, whip out that thing that Champa gave us before the tournament. Goku's like, oh, more importantly, Goku went God at some point during this fight to actually
Super Saiyan Red.
Yeah, sure, Super Saiyan God, Red God, and that's when Goku just like was like, you guys are nothing, and just started whipping the shit out of them. They had no chance at that point.
This is basically his equalizer.
Yeah, but then their equalizer came out. Joe's bet came true.
Finally, one episode after Tom's.
I still won though.
Yes, you did.
I have final bout.
Shut up. So we finally got a fusion.
I've been talking about it every single fucking video, so it's about that time. The thing I don't like about the fusion, her base form should still not be able to keep up with God, and it still bugs me. I understand it's a Potara fusion, it's powerful, but the man's a god. Fusion, it's cool, and I also especially like that they teased it in the intro and nobody fucking noticed.
Yes.
Like how that happened. You could see the Potara in the intro. Joe, flash the intro screenshot. Thank you. I hope you actually timed with the snap. But it's like it's amazing that like everybody like assumed that it was a character design change, that they basically
they were totally fucking with the fans. Like they what was it, a couple weeks ago from now? Like they put out that picture of like a new warrior.
Yeah, they heavily
and
teased
they cut
something.
the hair off. They didn't even show the hair in that picture.
Oh yeah, everyone was like, oh, it's a female hit, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you talking about?
It looked like she had
it's
like
just
an indentation.
It was just a generic, like fucking silhouette of nothing. It could be anything.
Well, no. I mean, look at it again. It clearly does look like Kefla without the hair.
Maybe I have to look at it again. But anyway, back to the point though. I like Kefla as a fusion. The idea is cool. She's powerful, but she's not a god. So it's the power struggle in Dragon Ball Super, like the power debate. It's a
Just
fucking.
throw the fucking debate out. If Goku could beat everybody, end of the show. There's no fun.
I understand,
what are we watching?
but they sold God as so powerful. They nerfed it so much, sure. I understand that. And Pataras, I guess, are godly items, so maybe they gave you God Key and they just never explained it. If they add that little tidbit in, that because the Pataras are godly items, I'll be okay with it. If they
because they're weapons of the gods?
Yes. If they say something like that, I would be like, all right, fine. I could swing with that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time,
I mean,
it just makes Goku look like a little bitch.
I guess so. But yeah, there is nothing in the show that could state that, you know, any of these characters are not godly once they use their Potara.
Exactly. Nothing has been said to...
Vegito completely outclassed Majin Buu. Vegito, sorry.
Yeah.
And
you said it right the first time.
Did I?
Yeah.
And then he was able to fight Zamasu.
It was an
Who's a
immortal,
god.
also god, yeah.
So
but you know they already had God Key, so there's no way to say anything like that. It's like I think that would be the way to explain it, because they're Pataras, they might give you some kind of godly energy because it's a weapon of the gods. Yeah, I like that. That's our theory. Put a theory stamp on it. I just punched my phone. But all right, so I'm going with that. That's how I'm gonna justify the time I'm gonna not be mad about it. But the other thing I'm mad about, where is Goku getting this energy, Joe? I was angry talking about this like not even 10 minutes ago.
Started this.
I should have waited until we were talking about it because I'm not as angry as I was before. But Goku was just like 5 minutes ago, if even that, he fought Jiren, got his ass handed to him, could not move. Frieza gave him just enough energy to walk and just rest to recover energy. And then Goku gets assaulted by some fucking little shithead robots. And then Kalifa kicks him out of the way. And then he's fighting Super Saiyans as a Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3. And to God, where does he have the energy to even transform?
The way I'm thinking it is that it's like in the video game where you're wasting all your stamina and he needs to charge it back up. And what's the best way to charge up your stamina in a video game? Actually throw punches at the opponent.
It's not a video game.
I know that,
Joe,
but
Joe,
like, what
Joe,
else could it
Joe,
be?
the explanation the show gives, they pan to Krillin. Well, that's Goku for you.
Well, Krillin doesn't know shit.
That's Goku for you. Goku can do anything he sets his mind to.
And he can.
And no, they're like, isn't Goku still tired? Goku can do it. Goku's the best. I'm gonna go suck his dick later.
Oh God.
Oh jeez.
Oh, hey Goku.
Oh,
how's that schlong going?
But that's literally it. Krillin was just like, well, that's Goku for you. When they brought it up in show, Krillin was just like, what? Goku is it's fucking Goku. He can do anything, and it makes no sense. What they should have done, just give Goku a break for 2 fucking episodes. I'd have been okay with that. Just give me 2, and then they can move to this shit. Let's see the Vegeta and Toppo fight. Let us see Gohan and Piccolo versus the Namekians. Those things are going on simultaneously, and nothing has happened.
Honestly, I'm hoping that they don't completely ignore those characters.
Like those fights don't just end while the quote unquote more important fights are going on. Like that fight, like those fights don't end in the background while Goku's fighting Kefla.
It would be nice if like they would have been like, Goku's gonna be fighting Kefla, he's gonna imply that he's training them, and then we don't see them for like 2 episodes.
Not even that.
And then when we come back, then just have him like look like he just got his ass handed to him, and then he goes Super Saiyan God to even it out, and then continues fighting, and then they fusion.
Not even that. I would have been much better off and it would have made more sense if Goku just had a couple episodes to rest, and they gave us a full, super awesomely animated Vegeta versus Toppo. They're fighting. It's fucking happening. We're just not seeing. It's like in that new Godzilla. Have you ever seen the new Godzilla movie?
Yeah.
You remember like when they're talking about how there's fucking this epic monster fight going on, and it's just in the background?
Yeah.
That's what's fucking happening right now. And Vegeta is my favorite character in this show. The man's in the background. It's just like the fight we want to see is going on right now, and they're not focusing on it. And then Gohan and the Namekians. Now here's the thing though. I do think that those fights are going to finish in their own dedicated episodes, where that's the main fight of the episode. It's gonna happen. But in the meantime, those Namekians are gonna be shooting those beams for the next like 3 episodes. I mean, Toppo and Vegeta are gonna be like just flicking each other a little bit, and they're getting one hit in every now and then. In the meantime, and being like, oh, Kale just transformed. What? Oh! Gets kicked across the room.
I feel like they might just do like where, and I've said this to you before when we started, that maybe like they'll do kind of like a flashback where they'll be like, there's 5 minutes left in the tournament, but 3 minutes ago, and then we catch back up where Goku or Toppo and Vegeta are fighting, so we actually see that fight play out.
I
so
don't
like
think
we're just
that's,
getting this
don't...
is happening as this is happening and this is happening, because if they keep focusing on one thing, all it looks like is that there's all these guys out in the field actually fighting, but they're just standing around doing nothing.
They're casually fighting until their episode comes
right, exactly, and that's stupid. There's no way that this is all happening linearly.
It is though, Joe. There are supercuts of the real-time Tournament of Power, and it makes perfect sense. You can watch it.
He's supercutting all the things together, but it's like things are
all happening at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it makes sense though. Like the way they did it, it actually fits together in a way where it's almost seems like Toei knows what they're doing and planning things out. But at the same time,
they are, and that they actually make this whole elaborate plan of a fight come to life, and we actually see it, because it's not. I don't like the idea that these guys are just sitting around doing nothing, waiting for their episode to show.
No, they're fighting, but they're just shooting beams. Like there's like the Namekians for the past like 2-3 episodes now.
The other thing is, like, you remember like when the tournament first started, and all of a sudden you just see boom, 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 explosions, lights, and everything in the background.
Yeah.
Well, where the fuck are those fights?
They're over. All the people got kicked out. It's like most of the people have been kicked out already. There's not that many people left in the tournament. There's maybe like a third of the people are left.
Yeah. I think we're like down to like maybe like the bottom 30.
Yeah, I think so. But that's so there's less fights happening, but the fights that are happening are more important, so they're all gonna get their own episode now.
So now that we are down to like the last group of the last fighters, who do you think in this next universe is getting nominated? Because it has been a very long time since we've seen that.
Who is left?
So there's four. Universe 4 with Kefla, the rat, I think they're the ones that are pretty close. That's
the one with who are those people? I just want Brienne to get knocked out. That's all I care about. I'm glad we haven't seen her in a little bit. She wasn't in this episode. I don't care. I just want Brienne and her universe gone. That's all I care about right now.
Oh yeah, the universe of love.
Yeah. So whatever that one is, they're next, or sadly Universe 6 is ahead. I think pretty much that's the thing. All the Universe 6 fighters that are left are in a fight right now. So if Gohan and Piccolo win, if Goku wins, Universe 6 is gone. That's all that's left, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, Universe 6 is down to pretty much the two Namekians and the two Saiyans.
I think Universe 6 is probably next then, because they're all fighting Universe 7ers. So unless Gohan and Piccolo get knocked out, I think... Alright, that's my bet. Universe 6 is next.
Universe 6? Okay.
I don't want Universe 6 to be next, but I know they're going to get revived at the end, guaranteed.
Oh, well, Vegeta already said that.
As long as Vegeta is the last one standing.
Universe 6 and 7 are the only universes that we've actually seen working together. The parallel universe.
The other parallel universes don't even look like parallel universes.
No, they don't.
Like, the races aren't similar.
Fuck.
They're not just the universe. They don't give a fuck. Like, only Universe 6 and 7 have actually like agreed. And I think the only reason that's the case is because they just want. I think that was their way to shoehorn in more Saiyans into Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Like they could have just like had a couple that were just like left over and have them be recurring characters, but no, they had to make a whole other universe to bring some more Saiyans in.
So episode 114, in a nutshell, was a fantastic episode, and is raising so many questions of what's going to happen next. Kefla easily is one of the top tier characters.
Out of nowhere, these two characters, a lot of people were complaining about. They suddenly became the strongest characters in the fucking tournament. Like,
and I'm totally
pissing off more people, mind you, because everybody hates them because they're so strong already.
Yeah, well, I like them. I hope that they put them in a game. I want to play as these guys.
They're in Dokkan.
They are?
Yeah.
I don't care.
You can summon for it.
But yeah, so episode 115, Kefla's going to continue kicking ass, and I'm totally excited, and I can't wait for Saturday.
Now, Joe, let me pose one final question to you. How do you feel about Kale and Caulifa as characters throughout the tournament? Do you feel like they've started out annoying and got better, or have you always kind of been on board for them?
When they were first introduced, I hated them.
Really?
Was not liking them. I was sitting there thinking like they have to do something to really get me to like them, and then they started shoehorning in these Super Saiyan transformations. They got 2 out of the way in the first fucking introduction episode, and that pissed me off. But
now, Joe, the reason that they can transform though, there's a lot of good reasons for it. It just that initial like it made it, like how hard it was for like Gohan to get Super Saiyan 2. Yeah, it hurt a little. But they're as base Saiyans, they're much stronger than Goku, Gohan, and Vegeta were like back in their age.
Yeah, at this point, I can accept it.
They've grown on you.
They're growing on me. I love Kefla right now.
Kefla's cool.
So.
She reminds me like she's literally Chick Vegeta. That's literally what she seems like. Super confident, possibly overconfident. Hopefully doesn't get herself killed.
We may actually get a good, like I wanted more out of Vegito in the Zamasu storyline. This might, make up for that.
Joe, this is literally kind of doing what. It's answering the question of what would happen if Super Vegito essentially fought Beerus. It's basically answering like Potara Fusion versus God, which I know we already went into this in the video, but people have been questioning this for years now.
Like which one would be?
Like who would be stronger, Super Vegito or like Beerus or Super Saiyan God?
Well, Vegito, definitely.
At this point, I would have to agree. Regular S Super Vegito, and let's go a step beyond. Let's go Super Saiyan 3 Vegito because we know we can do. We just chose not to. So if Vegeta went all out, you could take on Super Saiyan God now. I'm convinced. If my Potara theory is true, that is Tom's Potara theory Write it down. If I'm right, what do I get?
Tom's.
Hashtag Tom's Potara.
Get it.
Hashtag Tom's Potara theory. I'll tweet it. I'll retweet it. My Twitter's Top Hat Raichu. Yes, it actually is. It's my personal Twitter.
Okay.
So tweet it at me, and yeah, I win. I win. But Joe, I have a bet to propose.
Another bet.
How do you think Kefla is getting knocked out? I will give you my answer first, and then you can give me yours.
Potara only lasts for 1 hour.
An hour's a long time.
And there's like 28.
They got plenty of time, and they're not rocking Super Saiyan Blue. They're not going to drain that kind of energy. But here's my answer. I think after a little bit of time, it's going to be ruled the Potaras are illegal, and they're going to get thrown out. I think.
Really?
That is my honest opinion. It's such an unfair advantage that if everybody knew they could do that, everybody would have done it. So either we're gonna see a spree of fusions happen right now to keep up, and then things are gonna get real weird.
Yeah.
Or Kefla's gonna get thrown out at some point.
I don't believe that would happen. I don't think she'll get thrown out because I'm still counting on the Namekian fusion happening with those two guys.
That's not a Potara fusion. The Potaras are an outside thing. Like that's the thing. I think that they'll let it slide for a little bit to see the fight, but then eventually.
You know, Zeno is totally like.
He's a child. Yeah.
He's having so much fun watching this happen.
Of course.
And honestly, if they could easily say like you could have, but everybody chose not to, but they could have, and it's like totally illegal.
All right, but that's my bet though. Like if it happens, if that's how they take Kefla out, like even if she lasts 10 episodes and then decide, you know what, we're just gonna give you a 10-minute time limit, and then you're done with the fusion. They could just fucking split them up for all I know. Who knows? You don't know what could happen. But I'm betting eventually throughout the finale of the Tournament of Power, the fusion will be ruled illegal, and that is how Kefla will get knocked out. All right, how do you think Kefla's gonna get knocked out then?
I don't know.
The obvious choice is Jiren's gonna do it. If that's the obvious.
I think
probably
we saw he twitched.
He twitched,
and he might because he said everybody that I want to fight has already been beaten. I don't care for anybody else. Well, now you got Kefla, so he's gonna have to wake up to get involved, and that's when Goku's gonna take advantage.
There's also the possibility that Kefla triggers Ultra Instinct again. I don't quite know how.
Triggers it for Goku. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
let's not enrage the fan
while
base.
I'm making the out there bet that she gets if Kefla Ultra Instinct, no, not even gonna fucking
Don't even start.
not even gonna start that. That would be one step too far. But no, if I'm taking the hardball bet that she's gonna get knocked out because of the earrings.
Okay,
but,
so you're thinking Kefla's going to be thrown out because of the using the rings. I think Kefla is going to trigger a ultimate transformation, maybe Super Saiyan 3, maybe tap into God Power. And if she does that, she drains the energy of the Potaras, rendering it completely useless, reverting back into two people.
At the same time, though, we don't know what real time is like in Dragon Ball. We don't know the exact time frame of how long Vegito Blue lasts. Like, it could have been 10 minutes in Showtime for all we know.
Yeah.
But
we know it wasn't the full hour.
It wasn't the full hour, but we don't know how long exactly it was.
We
so
also
let's
know
say
Gotenks did Super Saiyan 3 and drains the shit out of his
The
power.
Potaras are a lot stronger than the fingers.
Yeah, but it's the same idea.
That
it's two different ways of fusion. I don't think it matters.
But the Potaras are a significantly more powerful method of it, though. So I don't think I think it can handle 3. I think that it will lose some power with God. But at the same time, that's pretty much it. We have our bet. Wait, what is your exact stance? You think she's gonna power up too much and run the fusion out?
It'll drain the energy.
All right, those are our out there bets. What do you think is actually gonna happen?
Well,
either Jiren or Ultra Instinct. That's what's probably actually gonna happen. Let's be real.
Possibly, yeah.
Probably one of those.
But hey, if you guys have your own theories of what'll happen,
drop them in the comments below. I want to believe that I'm right on the God Potara.
Yeah, if you agree, let us know. If you have your own theories, let us know.
That's all we got. If you enjoyed, you know what to do. We'll see you next time. Kamehameha.